What can we expect energetically for the week of December 14th? I pulled a three-card tarot spread and I pulled one rune, and they were auspicious cards to say the least. So I'll jump right in. The first card I pulled was the Eight of Pentacles. And as I meditated on it, the first thing that came to me was the image of the profile of a very young child's face. And her face was incredibly made up, almost as though she was in a beauty pageant. And to me, this represented the releasing of masks, the move toward protecting the vulnerable and allowing them to love the whole self, and ending practices that force them to hide. And this can be literal, the vulnerable around us, the children around us, and it can also be the inner child that requires this kind of releasing from expectations and the need to meet certain ideals that are set forth by society. We are just beginning to take steps this week, I think, toward reaping the benefits of our inner work and our wisdom. And there's a level of patience and presence that is required. And I think that's going to be coming through, even if just energetically and not literally. I think we're taking a step toward the presence, the time, and the energy required to do this for ourselves, to release us and those around us from the expectations that society has placed upon us. The next card I pulled was the Magician. And as I meditated on that, I saw this beautiful triangle, a golden triangle made of actual gold that was hollow inside and just had the framework of the triangle in 3D. And within the triangle were other triangles and other shapes. And so to me, this was clearly sacred geometry. And it spun in this gorgeous golden light, and the light reflected off of it. And it was about the channeling of what is required for us to find the stillness and the, well, for lack of a better word, magic of who we are and what we're capable of stepping into our ability to affect the world around us just by being still and not requiring any kind of striving or effort to do so. And I think that's going to come forward in the energy this week, through our recognition of our own power and our ability to just sit in that power and not try to dictate how it's presented in the world. And once we learn to do this, once we learn to know, see, and let go, we will see the manifestations of what we hope for around us. And the last card I pulled was the Star, which is very auspicious, I think, for the energies this week. And as I meditated on it, I saw beautiful, tall, green, evergreen trees. And to me, this represented a step toward focusing back on nature. And that's not in a political way or in an intellectual way. It's more about the organic move toward an initiation that leads to the sanctifying of our presence here. It's almost as though we, as a race, as a human race, have separated ourselves from being a part of this planet and being present on it, as though we're separate from it and everything that happens on it is around us and for us, but not of us. And I think this week the energies are moving us toward an ability to step inside the earth and step inside the environment in which we live so that we become a part of it, so that we are in the world and of the world in this case, that we will rise to meet it. And there will be a recalibrating of our understanding of our presence here so that we can meet reality where it is. And again, lose the need to strive for power. And I think that there is a great growth possible in this. And then there's also a stillness in it that I think is just going to settle over us. Whether we see it on the surface or not, this is more energetic and not necessarily real world conclusions, right? But we're moving toward the ascension energy by settling into these new understandings of who we are in the world. And then last but not least, I pulled a rune, and I pulled the blank rune, which is, again, I know I've used the word auspicious 3 times, but incredibly auspicious for this purpose. And as I meditated on it, I saw a really powerful warrior standing on top of a green hill overlooking a green valley. And this warrior, who was neither male nor female, was shrouded in animal skins, very tattered. And I could feel the battles of the past and the future alive in the present for this being. And there was a sense of waiting and of stillness, of being between sleep and awakening. And that is what the blank rune is. It's about being between places and trusting and surrendering to what that means and what it will lead to. Um, it is the fears and the concerns and the hopes set aside so that the power of the divine can channel through us and show us who we are and what we're meant to be. And as a collective, energetically, this is very powerful. Total trust and joy for what is destined for humanity is unfolding and has been unfolding. And the acceptance of that is what's in the energy for the coming week. And the knowledge that our species and all species on Earth is rising from the ashes of our own mistakes. Thank you. Have a lovely week.